Almajiri question was born out of Islam. Yes, I didn't know where it is in the part of, I don't know whether it's part of Quran, because all I know is that the Arabs today, you see, they are very rich. It is only the black Arabs that are bought into alms giving.
Our Senate President, Akpabio, considers converting to Muslim. What's your take on this?
One thing you know is Akpabio himself is a Senate president that has issue with madness. Yeah, psychophancy of the highest order. Akpabio, if you examine his utterances over the months, let me not use the word years, because I think it's not up to 24 months they were there. I don't understand. Over the months, you know, actually indicates that Akpabio has something with, you know, to do with mental issue, serious one. I can remember his, you know, his take on the state of the nation when Nigerians, the Northerners, were protesting, you know, Southwest were protesting over bad governance and, you know, hunger, incompetent administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Do you know his response? He said they should be protesting while we are drinking and enjoying ourselves, you know. They are drinking and enjoying themselves. That's what comes out from number 3 citizen of a country. So Almajiri issue in the house, same with the Islamization of Nigeria in the house, as the lawmakers, the lower and the upper legislative chamber, you know, we are discussing about it last week. And it's Islamization process that has actually succeeded recently is what actually took place in Afghanistan. Taliban succeeded on sitting Americans, you know, that were there, that were in Afghanistan for over how many years, just after Operation Desert Storm, 1990 to 2001, when actually American-led allies struck Afghanistan. And they prevailed on the Taliban, and that regime overstretched and ended last year when the Taliban, at least, you know, dislodged American administration in Afghanistan and took over, toppled the government over there. It was a success, a successful Islamization. It took place in Afghanistan. And the Nigerian Islamization of the country called Nigeria started, I think it's over 500 years now. You can see how Osman Danfodio just come in and dislodge all the local chiefs, all the kings in the northern Nigeria.
And you know, the Hausas used to be freeborns.
Yeah, they are freeborns. They are the
emergence of Osman Danfodio.
Oh, God, their hair, they have Negroid hair. Actually, the Hausas, they are like you and I. They are Africans. They have no link with Arab. It is Fulanis that are sure Arab. Because most of the Fulanis are from the southern River Nile, Chad, southern Algeria, southern Morocco, Timli or largely Senegambia, Mali. These are where they come from. I mean, as migration. So the Hausas are freeborn, as you say, they are blacks. So, but what I'm trying to say is the Islamization process, quest for Islamization of Nigeria did not start today. So it stretched across the north, northwest, core north, mid-belt, northeast. Successfully, they've gotten mid-belt, the axis of Taraba, the axis of Nasarawa, Plateau states, some part of Kogi. I mean, what do you call these people? Ibira.
Yes. Ibira.
They are Muslims. When you talk about the Igala, Igala was the tribe that punctuated actually the movement of stretching of, you know, Islamization, or they call it a war of emiracy or
caliphate.
No.
Caliphate?
No. Osman Danfodio quest for
jihadists.
Conquest. Fulani conquest of the north was abruptly ended at the former let me say former Benue State, not this current one, because the time Atof Gala beheaded Ottoman Danfodio, Igala land was in Benue State. So, but that was after before the creation of Kogi State, they are together with Benue. So it was Benue State that stopped the Fulani conquest of the north on the basis of Islamization. You know what I'm trying to say? They succeeded on getting Yoruba land from the axis of Ilorin. They came in, they Islamized Ilorin. Ilorin was having Obafonja. You know, previously, Fulanis, they suppressed the
very
Yoruba
unfortunate
locals. They are very unfortunate.
They came as helpers, but at the end of the day,
they befriended Obafonja. At the end of the day, they used sex evangelism on the locals at Ilorin axis, I mean the Yorubas. They prevailed on them by using their livestock, cows, you know, and after that, Afonja accepted them and they do the needful because they are characterized by that. They are strangers that if you allow them in your community with time, they will overwhelm you and subjugate you to at least buy into their Islamic ideology. So and actually, they succeeded on Kwara people. And today, we see them trying to stretch it across to southeastern Nigeria until abruptly Ato of Igala stopped them.
So their modus operandi.
And what I'm trying to say is, Almajiri question was born out of Islam. Yes, I didn't know where it is in the part of, I don't know whether it's part of Quran, because all I know is that the Arabs today, you see, they are very rich. It is only the black Arabs that are bought into alms giving as part of the Islamic religion. You give birth to 12 children and they don't have the resources to take care of them. Only deciding on giving them plates, buying all manner of business so that they go around the town, the communities, asking for alms from people. It is not part of Christianity. You don't just enjoy poverty, you know, stricken ideology. That ideology is what is inflicting the North today with high rates of poverty. Northern Nigeria is poor. Everybody there, they are chronic poor people because of Almajirization of the North.
Poverty stricken.
Thank you. Poverty stricken, driven North has never seen anything wrong on sending their children out to beg instead of building enough school, skill acquisition establishment, engage the youths of the North to learn skills as Chinese are busy doing, as Igbo man and Yoruba man is busy doing. Today, every average Yoruba man has a skill. That's good. But they infiltrated the Yorubas from the axis of Lauren, like you said earlier. We started seeing some people begging there. This time around, they entered Oyo State. Almajiri has actually, you know, infiltrated the southwestern Nigeria. They are in Lagos here.
I swear to God.
Everywhere is Almajiri in Lagos State. Begging. Why are you begging? Is it how they are begging in Saudi Arabia? Islamic ideology is what I believe that sprang up from that axis, not evil axis. Evil axis is Iran and the Iraq, Yemen. I don't know what I understand. But the people that is the, you know, let me say, they are the progenitors of Islam is Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabians. Today, you hardly find a beggar on the street of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabian government, they have enough. Even up to, you know, giving out to the charity. They help and give the citizens of the country, their country, even extended it to the strangers, visitors. I could remember when my friend actually told me in 2003 that he was in Saudi Arabia. Every Friday after prayer in that country, just trek on the street. You will be surprised to see bags of rice heaped every nook and corner of the street of Medina, of Mecca, of Riyadh. People are just, you know, getting away with all those bags of rice and even Bonvita, big one, extra large from UK imported, and milk, powdered milk. And they are very happy giving to the people they feel are poor. I don't know what I understand. He actually told me he was watching a car for a Saudi man. All of a sudden, when he finished washing the car, the Saudi man paid for the service and actually gave him golden watch. He was thanking, he said, no, don't thank me, I give you. See, they did not employ anybody in the Saudi Arabia or Arab world to start begging for money. But black man, not Fulani being whom they are, they have what? Legalized it in the north, sending all manners of children, boys, girls, into the street of Kano everywhere in Sokoto states, begging, asking people for alms. Is it as a result of social what? Let me say contamination. See, let me tell you, it is very, very abnormal. Yeah, it is not normal to send out children to go and beg instead of engaging them on doing one thing or the other that will benefit them in the future. See, they have finished the fate of how many generations of children in the north today because of Islamic ideology.
Mr. Raf, you know, in the 70s and 80s, I remember the parliament then when they wanted to do what we call population control. But again, the Northerners
Kick
stood up
against it.
and said that is our own way of life. And indeed, in Islam, a man is allowed to marry as many as he can.
And indeed, in the country is a big threat to the economy of any
And this
country.
is why our population, you can see Almajirization,
It is very
children
destructive
everywhere.
to the economy of any country that allows a woman to marry 12, to marry
Because
82
when you question them, they use the only weapon they use to defend
themselves
themselves is
is
Islam.
Islam.
And this is what that is aiding the continuous Almajirizations of the
Northern Nigeria.
which are, of course, unfortunate today, has extended even inside Lagos State.
Yes, it has extended to Lagos State. All over street of Lagos, we have Almajiris in their large number. Though we know the invalids, I know the invalids, they beg money. The invalids are those physically challenged people. We know they are everywhere in Nigeria and they beg alms. That one is allowed as a result of deformity. One is allowed to beg money if deformed, but not giving little children that you should have at least engaged them on doing one thing or the other as skill acquisition.
When these children start begging from the age of 3, 4, how would they ever have the capacity to want to learn handwork, learn a skill? Because that mentality has been enshrined in them even from that early stage. Yeah. I think Nigeria, we are at the brisk of serious issue. Are you not even more worried now that Akpabio is
campaigning for Islamization of Nigeria?
Yes.
Let me tell you, he has failed because one Benjamin Kano is from Abia State. He went against it. And most of the Igbo senators, they are going against it. The reason why we are still examining Akpabio's mental ability is, his latest, yearning for Islamization of Nigeria and the applause. He applauded Ilyasu, Alhaji Ilyasu Osman, the Igbo man that was given the post of chief imam of National Mosque in Abuja. Akpabio applauded that position. Akpabio was in full support of an Igbo man being an imam. And that position, is it the office of presidency? Why giving Igbo man chief imam? So Igbo man does not need presidency to work at the presidency office. That is Aso Rock. So Igbo man is not worth being Nigerian president. Everybody is just pointing at Igbo man to head National Mosque, but not to head Aso Rock or head the whole country as a president. I don't know why Fulani oligarchy is bent on spanking on the Igbos, bringing them down. Each and every time any regime comes to be in Nigeria, their target is to bring Igbo man down. I wonder what that will bring to table every household in Anambra State, Imo State, Abia State, Enugu, Ebonyi, and so on and so forth. Is he going to bring food to their tables? Chief Imam of a mosque, National Mosque, is that a position that we at least industrialize or commercialize southeastern Nigeria? Okay, be a chief imam there. Is he going to dredge the river Niger up to the level that we will be bringing container from high sea into through river Niger and they anchor it at our nature? Let me tell you, Nigerian nation is bent on bringing the Igbo man down, and they can never succeed. See, they should go on Islamizing Nigeria. All I know is that southeastern Nigeria will never, ever be Islamized. We are above that. They have used localization to do that. They have failed. Then Almajirization is not going to southeastern Nigeria. If they do it, they will all be arrested. You can see what actually happened recently when Hope Uzodinma invited Fulani women Fulani men to intermarry with the Imolites, people from Imo State. We say anyway, he should start doing that among his kinsmen before expanding it up to extending it to Mbano. I don't know what to understand Mbise and other communities in Imo State, and he should start from his immediate family. Popus of the man first son to marry Fulani man. Popus of the man first daughter to marry Fulani man. Marry Fulani woman. I mean, Popus of the man's first son. So he should start it from your immediate family. All these are just for what? Selfish interest. You want to Islamize a community, the whole state of Igbo that have been Christians, you know, for how many years? Igbo man does not know what it takes to be an imam or alpha. But you can see how far greedy, voracious Igbo politicians have gone to bring their brothers, that region down, aligning with the Hausas and the Fulani oligarchs to make sure that Igbo man is not going anywhere. So what I'm trying to say is that Almajirization has taken over Ogun State. In Kwara State, it was there for many centuries. You can see Lagos State now bowing to Almajirization. They are not even attacking or picking them anyway to the correctional center as they used to do before. Everywhere in Ikeja, go to Agege, everywhere in Ketu, you see Almajiris blocking the road, causing vehicular havoc. There's no free movement of vehicles anymore. Almajiris everywhere. Nigerians should wake up to fight this menace from northern, how do I put it, elites. It is part of their tradition to beg. It is not part of Nigerians, some regions in Nigeria, mostly to beg. We are not beggars. They should retain it in north. They shouldn't come across mid-belt into southeastern Nigeria.
While we agree that this Almajirization of a thing is now becoming very real, what is it? What is in that agenda? Because we used to see at the Hausas to be people who were highly industrious, who were very, very active in sport. But ever since this emergence of Islamization, you can see now what they do is beg. They are no longer in sport. In fact, they don't even have the old granite pyramids. What they now do, in fact, what they are known for now is begging. And I think this is what they intend to extend, because we understand how the most especially the Igbos are so significant when it comes to sport. We know how the Yorubas are significantly in charge of music. But you know, Almajirization and Islamizations are against things like this. They will tell you in Islam, you're not allowed to sing. In Islam, you're not allowed to invent. You're not allowed to innovate. And this is why you see that, I mean, the northern Nigeria has remained many years behind of their counterpart in the south.
Anyway, it's an ideology I know that, you know, mostly bought into by the Fulani oligarchy, hegemony. They don't allow anybody to sing. They don't allow their women to go into entertainment and the musical, you know, solo business. The Hausas themselves, I mean the Negroids, they are called Hausas, the guests of Fulani oligarchs in the north. They are educated, they are hardworking, most of them are farmers, they are not into animal husbandry. We can see somebody like Mohammed Goro. Mohammed Goro has come out recently with a good reggae music. He threw it out on social media last 2 weeks, and the Goro music is attacking the federal government of Nigeria, the excesses of the ruling party APC. If you listen to the tune, you will actually find out that Mohammed Goro is the original Hausa man. He's not a Fulani man. He's trying to use his music to fight the greedy politicians of this country, sometimes agitating for competent governance, not based on your position or your in the society or your tribe where you come from. The man is singing it secularly to at least settle our imbalanced political imbalances that has thrown this country into this kind of political, let me say, darkness. If you listen to Mohammed Goro, Goro tried a lot. Then again, on Islamic ideology, Islamic regime. I will actually liken it to be part of the agenda of the people of the Dark Ages. Their name, the Vandals. Their own ideology is to come into a community, destroy it, vandalize it, subject them or subjugate them to their own ideology. It stretched across Western and Eastern Europe, even to they were, the one that fought with the Turks, the people that are currently talking today, Seljuk Turks. They fought Seljuk Turks. Seljuk Turks, they could not prevail on the Turks. Then the Turks fought them and win them and won the war before they turned their back on Christianity, because the Turks, Seljuk Turks, they fought the Christians. They are the one that fought the Crusader. There's a war that was called Crusaders before. The Christian and the Seljuk Turks fought. They won, and Christian resisted them and fought them for how many years? The war ended 1076 AD. That was after Christ. 1076. They were in control for many years. But Christian drove them, prevailed on them in 1076 AD. So what I'm trying to say is that the Fulanis are the current Vandals we have in Africa today. The Fulani, if allowed, they want to Islamize the whole Africa.
I agree, because just yesterday I was reading a news that the Fulanis have once again invaded the northern border of Ghana.
Yes. Before they were
They just keep spreading out.
Yes, before they were banned by Ghanaian government. Ghana government doesn't allow any cattle rearing. Even it is if not that Ghana has Hausa. They have original Hausa. Yes. There are many communities of Hausas in Ghana. They speak Hausa as their language. Hausa is spoken in Ghana. Hausa is spoken in Niger and Nigeria. They would have at least not allowed Islam in Ghana. I mean, Ghana government. But they just made their law in such a way that you won't rear cattle. The main law, if you see any cattle anywhere, you slaughter it. Eat it. That's Ghana for you. If not that Angola stopped them. And the Brazil, because Angola speaks Portuguese, Brazil speaks Portuguese. There is no Allah, Koba, whatever in Angola, no. They ban it. That is a religion that has come in to bring humanity down. And humanity was down until Renaissance, the ages of Renaissance, that is rebirth in learning, that stopped Dark Ages from spreading all over the earth. After the Dark Ages, Renaissance come, that is a rebirth in learning. And it was Renaissance that brought about exploration, invention, and modern technologies and science started spreading all over the earth. So the way I see Fulani and Islam, they are anti-Western civilization. They are anti-modern technology and science. They turn their back on all this, yet they are using phone. Yet they are watching television. Yet they are wearing clothes. It was all about haram. I don't know whether Boko might be there. But all I know is that they are anti-what? Progressive demons. I mean the Fulanis.
Thank you very much for that beautiful piece. As usual, Mr. Raf. You have a nice day. Thank you very much.